We have picked up a new seat for our Honda Fireblade Power K-Truck, but we are going to be cutting it up in this episode as it does not fit. Welcome back to K & Builds. As you would tell by the title and thumbnail, we have picked up a new seat for our Honda Fireblade Power K-Truck, but we are going to be cutting it up in this episode as it does not fit. You may be thinking, why didn't we just buy a seat that fits? But I don't think there are any sort of bucket seats out there that will directly fit our K-Truck. So let me just sort of get a few bits in there and show you what I mean and why this doesn't fit. So from factory, the early K-Trucks came with a bench seat. So essentially what I'm sat on now with a piece of wood and the mat behind me is kind of all you would have. This would continue on to the passenger seat and the backrest the same. With the bench seat, you pretty much sat up vertically. It's just pretty much a 90-degree seat where there's no reclining in the seat. And most bucket seats, they have quite a severe lean to the backrest. So I've placed the new bucket seat into place and I've placed it flat as to where the base would kind of be in your everyday car. And as you can see, the seating position is really far forward of that to where you would normally sit in the K-Truck. And also we are quite close. There is a window got to go in yet, so this isn't really going to fit. So all we have to try and do is modify this to get the bottom of the seat back and the back of the seat more vertical to fit this bucket seat. There's nothing really stopping us from mounting it like this other than the fact we simply don't fit. As you can see now by my knees, having the bottom of the seat too far forward, legs don't fit, we're going to struggle to get in and out. As you can see, this just isn't going to work. So let's cut up the seat and show you roughly the idea we're going for. So that's the cut complete, and all we've done is just cut down the original welds that were already on the seat. These seats start off as a big sheet of aluminium, and all they've done is folded and welded into place. So that means we can cut pieces here and there and kind of shape it how we want it. But what the plan is now is to fold this triangle out of the way so it's not in our way when we come to fold it. And what we should be able to do now is essentially fold the backrest up into place, pull this bolster out a little bit, and these two should overlap, and then eventually when we come to re-weld it, we can cut a nice line and re-weld it. But that should give us the aim of sitting the seat up more vertically. So I'm going to tap them pieces, get into place, and show you what it looks like. So the seat is now sat more vertically, and as you can see, we have a lot more room. We're still going to have a removable steering wheel as there just isn't enough room in general to get through the gap. I think the only thing we can maybe do now is raise the seat ever so slightly. And just quickly before we move on, just to show you what we've done, as you can see, I've just overlapped the material. All we're going to have to do now is just mark on the one side, make a cut, sit them nice and square together and just get them re-welded. So without further ado, let's get the seat base started to be made out of square box section. So I've just finished the basic square, which is going to be the seat base, and I've mocked it into place. So let me show you where we're going next. So this is the square that we've made, fits in there nicely and sits on the front rail. It's not level at the minute as this section here is lifting the side at the back. What I may do is just put something under this side to lift it up to match, or I may even put another piece across the back so I can sit a nice rubber or something on the back. But looking at the front now, I've made this little square piece here, and this is a factory mounting bolt like this one here. So all I gotta do now is make another one of these sections here over for that side, and all we have to do then is just weld this to the square, and then we've used the factory mounting bolt on the front, and that should look nice and tidy.
I never really know what's going on.
So brackets on the front are now welded in. They have bent a little while welding, so I've just got to bend them back slightly. As you can see, it is lifting on the back. So I think what the plan is now is to bolt the seat now to this. I'm going to essentially have two rails which will go from here to the back, ready for us to bolt on the seat to our new base. The new seat is now bolted to the new bases. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them size bolts long enough to go through the tube section, so what I'm gonna have to do is go and get some other ones later on. We're just gonna add 2 bolt-in holes for the rear end of the seat into the floor of the cab. The only other thing I think I gotta look at then is, I don't know whether or not to mount the back of the seat to the back of the cab. Should be fairly straightforward, but let's get this into the cab and see how it looks so far. As you can see, the seat is fitting in now pretty nicely. So as for bolts on the back of the seat base, what I think I'm going to do is just add 1 bolt to the seat base at the back, and that is going to be in this section here, as unfortunately this side I can't access the underside of the truck, whereas by there I can just drill a hole and I can access the underneath to add a captive nut to be able to bolt this side on. Also, with the idea of bolting the back of the seat into place as well, that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 bolting positions for the seat. I've added the 3rd mount into place now. That's bolted in and that is absolutely solid. What I've also done as well is created these 2 tabs. So they're just little tabs that are going to mount from this section here all the way down, as you can see. I've only done a tiny tack weld on each because what I want to do now is get the seat into position, mark on these where I need to drill, cut the tacks back off, as I want to basically drill the holes and add captive nuts behind the holes so that they're easy to put bolts in and out, but obviously I can't access them on there. So all we got to do now is get the seat back in, mark the holes on them pieces, take them back out, weld some nuts, and then we can put everything back in basically for a final time. And without too much trouble, the seat is finally in place. I think it looks pretty good. We should be okay on the rear windscreen. That hopefully shouldn't clash, but worst case, we just space out behind here. And that's why we're not gonna weld this yet until we get to things like the windscreen, because that way we have got adjustment if we need it. But as I said, it is in place. Now that it's bolted, it is a little bit easier to get in. I am kind of being careful when getting in just because the seat isn't actually bolted down because I need them longer bolts. But with the removable steering wheel now, it should be much easier to get in and out, and it should be easier for us to use all of the pedals. We are going to be finishing this seat later on down the line. We want to possibly polish it up nicely. We want to add some sort of cushions to the base and the backrest. We're not sure about the headrest yet. We may add one there as well, but we definitely think we want to polish it. If not, you can buy covers for these, but obviously the way we're modifying the seat down the bottom, we may have to modify the covers, so I don't think that may not be the easiest option. We have also got to make a passenger seat. That is going to be a very straightforward and simple seat. We are going to make it easily removable. Should have come out in a couple of seconds because the radiator is going to sit in the OEM position, and the factory seats are very easy to get out, so we want to do the same for the passenger seat, basically being able to access the radiator cap. But I'll chuck a couple of B-rolls in of how it's looking so far. Let us know what you think. If there's any way we can improve this, then please let us know. I think the biggest improvement will be to reduce the size of these side bolsters. They are really tucked under your arms quite a lot and you can just feel them constantly, so I think reducing the size of them will help massively. But if there's anything else you think that we can improve on, then please let us know. We should be able to use the factory seat belts as they bolt onto the back there, or we may end up somehow bolting harnesses onto the back cab, but obviously we're very limited on space. We hope you've enjoyed the video. We hope you like the seat and how it's looking so far. If you haven't done already, go and check out some of our other videos on this K-Truck. Hit subscribe so you can see the future videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.